Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again. Great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Render, ONDO, SUI and HBAR. It's going to get very interesting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap fees, then I can recommend you the crypto exchange mexc, which has a similar trading volume to Bitget, OKX and Bybit, but as you can see, I have highlighted you it here. The taker fees are far much lower than on the other top crypto exchanges. And on top of that, you can get an additional 20% discount if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. And also 100 pairs are tradable without any fees, just on mexc. And here you can see some popular altcoins which you can trade. So let's get to Render. I think it is very negative that we broke to the downside. And I have to take the target here a bit to the side. So I personally think that we had here a double top pattern which broke to the downside with a long wick, and now we have to see we have built up a fair value gap, and this fair value gap is going to get closed in my view. So as long as we keep being below the flag here, then it's still going to get short. And I think the target of that double top pattern is the $4.52. I don't think that we are going to get there. I think we have here a nice resistance block, this one here. And I think we can get there. I will put you here price marks. So it is between $4.78 to $4.67. I think it is very realistic that we get there. And from here we have to see. If we get something like this, then we have to see if we are going to hold that area and get a nice push to the upside. And this push to the upside is tradable if we see a nice trend line. Yeah, we have to see how the trend line is going to form. I can't see anything yet beside maybe this one. But as you can see, it is still far away to trade. I want to see other entries which are getting me a lower price to get a nice push to the upside. It might be even possible that we have seen our local top here and going for a bigger pullback. Yeah, ignore this area. This is gone because we got a higher high. But it might be possible that we get here a bigger pullback and afterwards a push even up to $9, $8. It is possible. I think Render is super bullish at the moment. But on the midterm, not on the short term. On the short term time frame, it looks like short to me. And on the midterm, we can expect a huge push for Render. So the panel which I have drew here, I would still keep it. Yeah, it is invalid now because we have broke that to the upside. But if we go into the 4-hour chart, then you can see that we broke here to the upside. We got here the retest. Yeah, we didn't close lower than the blue trend line. And now we got the candle close. So I would just keep this as trend lines and not as a panel anymore. This is going to get very interesting with Render. If we get the pullback into our resistance, into our support block, then it would also be the retest of the center line of that panel. And afterwards, we can take a nice push to the upside. It would be still negative if we break that invalidated panel to the downside. This would be here at $4.08. I think this is still far away and we don't have to talk about that scenario at the moment. I don't want to take the target of that panel because this got invalidated. We have to see if we track other chart patterns in the future. So what about ONDO? It is similar to Render. Double top pattern. This one here. Broke to the downside. We have a 1-hour candle close lower than the orange trend line. We are going for the retest now, but also we have a fair value gap up to $1.02. So it can get filled. We can even get a bit higher. But I would say if we break here this resistance to the upside. I will put you also here a price mark. That's the $1.05. If we break it to the upside, it would be positive, and we can even get a new top for ONDO, because we still have a fair value gap here. It didn't got closed 100%. It will get probably if we get the over the $1.05, because then we might have the strength to get the stop losses, which are over the highs here. Take the liquidity so we can even get a bit higher, and afterwards maybe a huge pullback. And then the pump to the upside, for which we are waiting, because I think this is just, if we use the elite wave method, then I think this whole push to the upside is just wave 1. Then we get a pullback, wave 2, and wave 3 is the most impulsive one. It follows after wave 2, and then we can get a huge push to the upside for every coin. So this is my game plan at the moment for all the altcoins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum is also an altcoin. Anyway, forgot what I said. So, did I even talk about the target here? So if that double top pattern breaks to the downside sustainable, the target of that double top pattern is going to be the 90 cents. I think it is realistic that we get there, but I have put here as well a purple box, which is a support resistance block. I will put you here 2 price marks. It is between 92.7 cents to 91 cents. We have also support here at 94 cents, 94.5 cents. So in that kind of areas, I will get careful with more short trades. This is going to get a take profit area for short trades, or even getting some swing long positions. We have to see if we find some trend lines in the future. So what about SUI? I think SUI looks good to me here. This here you can forget, because it was, for me, I was thinking this is a double top pattern, which didn't break to the downside, so it wasn't short then. Instead, we broke a white trend line to the upside and went for a new top. So I can take out this here. I forgot to take it out. Can do it now. So what now? I think we have formed another double top pattern, and it looks like that SUI is going to top out slowly. This here double top pattern. As you can see, we were very, let's say impulsive. Yeah, we got here the first push to the upside, then a consolidation, then another push, and I think this might be our last push. Yeah, you can see that the push here isn't impulsive. We are going sideways. We get another push to the upside. We got sold off very fast. Now we got a double top pattern, and we sold off even more. So it's not looking positive to me if I want to be long. If I want to look for new long entries, then it would be positive, because if that double top pattern is going to play out, then the target is going to be the $3.55, and that's a take profit area in my view. For short trades, this area is going to get very interesting, between $3.50 to $3.65. This might be also an area, if we get down slowly, and we find a nice trend line even on the smaller time frame like this, and then we break it to the upside, then we can expect one last push for SUI. That is my game plan at the moment. So far we didn't break the double top pattern sustainable to the downside. Yeah, we got here a candle close lower than that, but also keep in mind that I didn't also take those candle closes here. So if I take the candle closes here, then I can switch the target with another support area, and as you can see, then we didn't break it to the downside yet. But then the target would also move to this here, and then we would even drop a bit more That's what the double top pattern is going to tell us, $3.44. But I still think the $3.50 to $3.65 is going to get a nice take profit. If we get a nice breakout, and I would still use the old pattern, this one here, and we have to see, maybe we are going to get up a bit more, and if we break here to the upside, the $3.96 US dollar, then I think it's done with the double top pattern. Then I think that this breakout with the retest is going to get us into the tops again. I will also put you here a price mark. Where is it? Here. So at the moment, $3.96 for SUI. If you want to replicate that trend line, I just connected those lows here. Very interesting trend line with many touch points. So what about HBAR? I have put here a white trend line on the chart, which should symbolize the uptrend, but it's not a tradable trend line for me because it's far too sharp. Yeah, I can zoom out and then you can see to trade this trend line, it probably means death. Yeah, it is like usually that patterns like trend lines like that break to the downside and get their retest sometimes, and then the retest is 10% over your entry price. Not good to trade at all, but it's just to symbolize in the uptrend. What I think is more interesting, yeah, we don't see a double top pattern. We have seen that, but it got invalidated. So I was thinking this could have been our double top pattern, but we broke it to the upside. So what's left? Head and shoulders formatation, a possible one. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So if that chart development is going to happen and we get afterwards a breakout to the downside, then what I have done is I have already put here to symbolize the possible target. I have put just the left length of the shoulder and put that to our breakout point, 20 cents. If that happens, then the 18 cents are going to get our target. But yeah, that's speculation at the moment. Yeah, we didn't get any kind near to the pattern yet. We have to see how HBAR is going to develop. It's not tradable for me. Yeah, I don't see any chart patterns which can get validated. I don't see any trend lines still. The 20 cents are good support. If they break to the downside, then where should it go? 18 cents are our best support at the moment. So we have to see what HBAR is going to do. We will look into that tomorrow. So thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.